in this video, I would like to talk about the administrative functions of the High Court and the subordinate courts. I mean, it's not a big thing, it's a small one, some facts and figures. The administrative functions of the High Court and the subordinate courts. I have mentioned about that in the beginning itself. Under the High Court, we have the subordinate courts, the district court. Below that, we have the civil court, then the criminal court that divided. Okay, so the same thing, but some facts and figures. Let me just add: High courts control and supervise the working of the courts subordinate to them. So High courts have the full power. Okay, so what are the administrative function? Other than the judicial function, High courts have the administrative functions. Control and supervise the working of the court subordinate to them. It frames rules, regulations for the transaction of the business of the subordinate court. It frames rules, then regulations for the transaction of the business of the subordinate courts. And under Article 227, every High Court has the power of superintendence over all courts and tribunals except dealing with the armed forces. Please remember, all the control, the superintendence and control over all the courts as well as the tribunals under the High Court. Okay, so it comes except the armed forces tribunal. Similarly, Article 235 says High Courts exercise control over the district courts and the courts subordinate to them in the matter of posting, promotion, etc. So, as far as the postings, promotions of the district courts and the courts subordinate to them, High Courts will decide. Okay, and according to Article 229, every High Court has been entrusted a complete control over the members of its staff. So, full control over the staff of the High Court. 229, full control over the staff of the High Court. Okay, full control over its own staff. Chief Justice of the High Court is empowered to appoint officers and servants of the court. He is also authorized to regulate the conditions of the service of the staff. And every High Court, like the Supreme Court, is a court of record. Please don't forget, a High Court is also a court of record. I already mentioned in another video, the court of record. And they have the power to initiate the contempt of court proceedings for the violation or scandalizing the court or not following the order of the court. So, all are provided to the High. So, High Courts have lot of other, so they have to fully control the lower courts. Appointment, everything comes, and let me talk about the subordinate courts in this context. Coming to subordinate courts, Article 233 to Article 237 deals with the subordinate courts. In every state, there is a system of subordinate courts below the High Court. The Constitution secures the independence of the subordinate judiciary from the executive by providing that the appointment, the posting, the promotion of the district judge shall be made by the governor of the state in consultation with the High Court. And the consultation means the High Court, consultation is final. So, the appointment, please remember, the appointment, promotion, transfer, posting of a district judge. District judge includes all the subordinate judges. The word district judge should not go by the word the district judge. Even the subordinate judges, all the subordinate judges are generally mentioned as district judge by the governor, appointed by the governor but after consultation with the High Court Chief Justice. The Chief Justice of the High Court will be consulting, and a person who is not already in government service should have at least 7 years of experience as an advocate. So, who can be appointed as a district judge? A person who is having 7 years experience as an advocate, 7 years of experience as an advocate, but not a government servant till now, and not a government servant till now, can be appointed as a district judge. Okay, so the appointment of the persons other than the district judge to in the judicial service, like the other officers, again is made by the governor, but again under the consultation of the High Court. So High Court will be consulting, and so the power of superintendence and of all the courts below the High Court is with the High Court. Similarly, when you say the district judge, Article 233 defines that. Okay, Article 233 defines a district judge. District judge means, Article 233, district judge is defined by Article 236, not 33. Article 236 defines the district judge, and the district judge includes the judges of a city civil court, additional district judge, joint district judge, or even a sessions court, additional sessions judge, okay, assistant sessions judge. All the officers, all the judicial officers from the district level onwards are generally called as district judge under Article 236. So that means all the judges below the High Court are appointed by the governor, but in consultation with the High Court or the Chief Justice of the High Court. So that is why full superintendence and control and administrative power, High Courts have a lot of administrative power. They can appoint the personnel in the lower judiciary. Appoint means governor will do, but after consultation, after recommendation by the High Court. So a lot of powers for the High Court other than the judicial power. They have administrative power, then they can control all the lower judiciary below them, the district court, the sessions court, the civil court, okay, up to the municipal court, and even the metropolitan courts. All the courts are under the High Court, and not only that, even the special tribunals which are created, the tribunals are under the High Court except the Armed Forces Tribunal. So that's all about the powers, or rather the administrative powers and the administrative of the High Court, as well administrative functions of the High Court, as well as about the subordinate. Not much questions there, especially not in the mains point of view. This is mainly in the preliminary point of view, have an idea about all these things.